Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today, and today's word is words. Proverbs were written for instruction in how to live our lives in wisdom. There's an emphasis in Proverbs on the words that we speak. A gentle answer turns away wrath, a harsh word stirs up strife. The truth conveyed by this proverb ought to be evident to all, yet even Moses was caught by the words of his mouth. The righteous consider carefully how to answer, but wicked people pour out a flood of evil things. So, the question becomes, how do I learn to control my emotions and consider carefully how to answer so that I don't spew out harsh or evil words? The answer is difficult at best, yet simple, meaning anybody can do it. We cannot directly control our emotions. Emotions are our responses to the stimulus we encounter. Every encounter we have causes an emotional response in us. Some of us are not as aware of our emotions as others. Some of us are completely dominated by our emotions. Now, God gave us emotions. Emotions used properly are like the warning lights on the dash of your vehicle. They let us know what's going on under the hood. So, if we cannot directly control our emotions, how do we consider carefully how to answer so as to not spew out harsh or evil words? We indirectly control our emotions by controlling our thought life. It is by controlling our thought life that we can control the words we speak. One of the most difficult commands in Scripture is to cast down every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. And in this command, we have the answer of how to control our thought life. Search for the knowledge of God. Pursue righteous thoughts. In this command to cast down every thought that exalts itself against God, we are told that God has given us spiritual weapons to win the war in our minds, in our thought life. And those spiritual weapons are love and joy and peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The fruit of the Spirit, the character and nature of God. It says in Proverbs today to give good expression to knowledge. In other words, apply the knowledge in practical ways. Or we might say it this way, speak the word. I don't like cutesy little Christian sayings because they never fully capture the idea being expressed, which oftentimes leads to a misunderstanding and a misapplication. There was a WWJD campaign some years ago. What would Jesus do? Cutesy saying, great idea. I like the idea, as I think the goal of a disciple is to live their lives as if Jesus were living it. In context of today, how about WWJS? What would Jesus speak? There's incredible power in our words. We are made in the image and likeness of God. God created everything with the spoken word. We create the atmosphere in our interactions with each other with our words. A gentle answer turns away wrath. A harsh answer stirs up strife. The tongues of wise people give good expression to knowledge, but the mouth of fools pour out a flood of stupidity. A soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a deceitful tongue breaks the spirit. The lips of wise people spread knowledge, but a foolish attitude does not. The mind of a person who has understanding searches for knowledge, but the mouths of fools feed on stupidity. A hothead stirs up a fight, but one who holds his temper calms disputes. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good it is. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant to him. The heart of a righteous person carefully considers how to answer, but the mouths of wicked people pour out a flood of evil things. I want to challenge you today to speak out loud the word that catches your attention in the daily Bible reading, and then see if you can't speak that word in a situation that arises today. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. The word for today is words. God bless. Check in tomorrow.